Hi, I'm Rigger. This is Your Right. So, it's one day until finale. I was debating if I was even going to do this or not, but it feels only right that I give it a shot. But I don't want to make this video super long, so we'll dive into it real quick. There won't be a lot of visuals, but we'll just go over everything. Before all that though, be sure to like the video if you like it, share the video if you think others would like it, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe if you want to see more. So, I think the best way to discuss this is we just go over each situation one by one, and then we'll sum it up in the end. Let's do it. Let's start out with a situation that's really up in the air. Get it? So, we have Crow, Robin, Harriet, and Vine, and a bomb. This is a weird one. This wasn't really the fight people were anticipating, but even I actually did predict it and said it would be fun when I analysed the opening, when they're back-to-back on Clover's pin. So, you know, I actually could see them. I could see a version of this where they kill Crow heroically, but it feels like all his stuff with Tyrion and that is so unresolved that it's not happening. If it wasn't for that stuff though, I could actually see them doing it here. It has some real potential as a scene. But I don't think so. I think he's safe. All Robin's talk about him doing the right thing and being the better person, I could see that culminating in a self-sacrifice, but I don't think that's, doing the right thing to the end, but no. So, what's my prediction? I think they're going to turn the ship around and fly it into Atlas, the city. For real. I don't think it will blow up all of Atlas, right? Like, not the big flying rock part, that would be ridiculous, but the city top. Yeah, I think they're going to aim it at Atlas Academy. Because they know the staff was used, they know the portals are open, they know most of the people are safe, they know all of Atlas was underground and are heading through the portals. It's pretty safe if they just fly it at Atlas. See, you'd think, like, just, oh no, aim it out into the ice and, blow it out there, but you can do more with this explosion and do more with the story and characters, so I think this works a lot better. They made a point of showing us over and over again, Harriet, turning on the autopilot, turning off the autopilot, Watts turning it back on, like, they kept showing it to us. I'm not sure how you beat Watts here, I think it'll actually be done in another scene, but, I was thinking, like, transfer the bomb to the other ship, but it's too heavy, and also Watts could take control of the other ship, so that doesn't work. I was thinking that if there's anyone left to get Watts, and there is, so we'll go to that in a minute. But the culmination of my thoughts is they take control of the ship for a bit, and set it on course for Atlas, and the controls either get destroyed or etc. I was trying to think of how. I have this one fun idea. It's super weird, but if they can make Harriet's discharge of electricity run through the controls and, like, fry it, I don't think that's actually going to happen. It's not my prediction, it's just, that'll be fun. But Vine is the weird one for me, and Vine I think is the crux of this. So I think this is an idea, I think this is what they might do. I think Vine is going to sacrifice himself to stop Harriet. He's going to hold her in place. Crow and Harriet will fight, and the ship will get messed up, and Watts will lose control of it, so it's going to be manual controls only. Rather than disarm the bomb, or maybe because they've wrestled and flown around a lot, Crow will get a revenge plan, and he will aim it right at the Academy, right at Atlas, to screw Ironwood. Crow might be, a great fighter and everything, but I don't think he's going to, like, stab Harriet when she's down, but then how do you keep her down? I think that's what Vine's gonna do. Vine will hold Harriet in place so she can't get away or change the controls, and he accepts his death. And the ship flies into the Academy and explodes. They might fake out Crow died, and then show him, have him bailed out as a Crow later. If not, and they just show it straight up, it gets a very Batman Begins vibe when he's on the train. I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you, and then leaves and flies away. And he flies to Robin's ship, and they can go off to Vacuo together, returning to the story like halfway through the next volume, or maybe at the end, during the Vacuo stuff, they'll fly in. Now, while I do think that's what's going to happen over there, let's go over to Watts. And I think he'll be stopped by Marrow, or Elm, or both. I think their ship controls will get messed up, but I think it'll be Marrow who stops Watts. It has this lovely flavour of the Faunus taking down the Atlas Snob. But Marrow has to escape. After all we've done, I don't think the answer is to kill him at the end, even if it's heroically. It feels like he should go on and do things. Whether we see them or not, like he should survive the tale. So I thought Marrow might escape by ship. And its Elm maybe gets free. And I thought, oh, she could use the rockets in her hammer to shoot him down. Like, that would be cool, but I don't want to see Marrow get shot down. I thought maybe they do that with Watts. Watts gets in a ship, and Elm shoots him down, but giving that kill to Elm doesn't feel satisfying, so there might be another version of this. I think you instead have that idea that those missiles are very much like, the type you shoot a vehicle with, but she shoots a vehicle when Watts is trying to escape to it. Then Watts will be stuck in the military base as Atlas touches down, and he will literally be crushed by all of Atlas into Mantle, crushed under the weight of everything he did. I was thinking about having Marrow use stay on him and they both go down and crash, but not everyone should do the same heroic sacrifice thing. or at least not in the same flavor of like, you know, Vine holds Harriet and Marrow holds Watts. Like, no, let's not do, or holds, you know, Elm, and they all go down. No, I think you do it slightly differently. I think that you, in the room Watts is in, perhaps Marrow beats him up or stops him or something. Or Marrow just escapes and we don't give it to him and it's Elm who beats up Watts, because then you can do like the Brawn vs. Brain thing again, but Watts loses. I feel like it should be Marrow, so I'll put my predictions on Marrow. Marrow will stop Watts, but not kill him or anything. And he will then make to leave. Elm will get free, but she will also see that the thing is crashing, and because she and Vine are partners, Vine will talk to her through like the intercom. Like, you know, what are you doing, Vine? Let him go. What are you going to die? And he will tell Elm to do the right thing. Watts will run away to a ship and hang out like the last ship. Marrow's got out. Marrow's escaped. And it will suddenly blow up as Elm shot rockets past him, blew it up, trapping them both on a military base. Elm, just like her partner Vine, accepts her death for all the wrong things they've done and being on the wrong side, and Watts scrambles around frantically, trying to find a way out, but guess what? All of his computers, all of his tech, nothing can save him. Atlas touches down, and those two die. Next is Winter and Ironwood. I said in the app I really thought you'd want to get Ironwood to go through the portal for the battle on the other side, but now I'm not so sure. I don't think so now. I think it might be better if Winter does stop him going through the portal, maybe until it closes or until they die. I would love Winter to beat Ironwood, step through the portal and it close before Ironwood can go through. I think it really comes down to if they're going to kill Winter or not. She's certainly expendable enough you could, but I don't know if they will. I'm very 50-50 on it, because there's a whole like end of show scenario that I think involves Winter, so I don't think they're losing her here. But like, you know, the whole doing her duty, doing the right thing, like, which is what she stated she would do, and holding Ironwood off until the end and dying with him, going down together, but, you know, as enemies, but maybe they like find something to say to each other before they die. That could be really fitting and cool and sweet. But I'd also like to see her in Vacuo with the others, helping and being a leader and helping the people. I think that would be really good. And I don't think she should fall. I don't think she needs to go on that journey. I could see it being that she gets through and goes to help in the fight, but resolves to help the people escape. And she either gets, like, blasted through, or again, they don't know they can't come back and goes through and gets trapped in Vacuo. Cinder or Neo killing her in front of Weiss could be really evil in, like, a fun way, like, for the story. But I don't know if it's a fitting end for her character. She doesn't really have rivalries with them, and it doesn't really say anything. So, my conclusion is, I think Winter will win the fight with Ironwood. I don't think she'll kill him, but I think they'll play up Ironwood's robotic body in the end. Like, you know, it's been a thing. I think in the end, him literally becoming the Tin Man will bite him. She'll disable or smash him or electrocute it or something so that it leaves Ironwood like Anakin on the riverbank, right? Like, he can't escape. He can crawl and try, but he can't make it up the stairs to the portal. And then the ship hits the Academy, and the explosion comes down through the Academy, filling the vault, and Ironwood dies by his own bomb. I'm not sure if the portal closes or not, you know, timing-wise. Maybe since they defined only people go through the portal, the explosion won't pass through, so they could use that as they get out of jail free there. But I think, yeah, Winter wins, is the better person, leaves Ironwood knowing that he couldn't make it out, and Atlas is falling anyway, but he actually dies to his own bomb in the end. And that is courtesy of Crow, so Crow did finish him off. Now we're in the central location. I don't know, I think that all of the RWBY girls will fall. I think that Cinder and Neo will fall. I really think Penny will fall, but I'm also, like, there's a chance that she goes through the portal and deals with the sandstorm like they mentioned, but there's no way for them to tell her that they need her out there, so, you know, how to get that message through that she makes that choice. It's funny, I don't really feel like anyone in the central location is up to die. Nora has progress to make, Jean has stuff to do, Cinder has stuff to do. Penny just had so much plot devoted to her becoming real, throwing it away like really quickly, feels like something he wouldn't do. And Neo's too popular, basically. She's expendable and she might die eventually, but it's sort of weird to kill her off now. You know, it's bad business. I was thinking that, you know, Penny dies and her connection with Winter would result in it passing maybe to Winter, so she does actually become the Winter Maiden because they've had their thing about emotions so long. And then Winter comes through the portal helping the people. Then Winter fights with Cinder again, but, you know, she gets put through the portal and does her duty and then goes and saves everyone on the other side. But what I think might more happen, like how do the people get saved, is I really think the Summer Maiden's just gonna rock up and surprise everyone. And it'll be like someone from the book as a cameo, and then Team Sun and all that. That feels like more what they'd do. Like, I know it's not exactly what I'd want them to do, but I'm trying to think what they will do. I think the RWBY Girls, Cinder, Neo, Penny, the Staff, and Nora will fall. And I think Jean will go through the portal, either by force or to help people. And I think Winter will also escape through the portal and help the people, subsequently also helping with the fight on the other side of the portal. Now, real quick actually, for Pietro and Maria, I think they're going to get rescued by either Marrow or Crow and Robin. The Amity Arena will be putting out like a help signal, like a beep beep beep, or just like a can anyone hear us? And they'll find it touch down in the snow, or like maybe floating adrift, and one of the ships will pick them up and they'll just go to Vacuo. Which takes us to Vacuo. Ren has no aura right now and they've been dangling so many death flags over him. Like, the first video I ever made was that he will die. I was so tempted to, like, say he's gonna die, and Nora gets sent through the portal to see him die. That's what I'd want to happen, but I don't think it will happen. There was also everyone's prediction that Nora will get the Maiden powers, and if that happens, I'm putting it out there. She steps through the portal to Vacuo, but can't save Ren, who is injured and dying. And then that'd be perfect, as all her rage and anger she takes out on all the Grimm with her powers. You know, throwing lightning bolts, becoming Thor, like flying, just going nuts, and uses it to clear the storm and kill all the Grimm in grief. That's my pitch. That's what I want them to do. But I don't think it's what they're going to do. So if they do it, still say I called it here, because that is a plot I can really see. It's just I don't think they're going to do it. Mostly because it requires killing Penny, which I really don't think they're going to do, considering the setup they have. So I think Ran will get deathly hurt. I think they'll fake us out that he's dying, like for the episode. Like he'll get hurt early on and he's like down. He's dying. I think Winter will come through, and I think Jean will come through. But, you know, they can't help everyone, right? How do you help everyone? Ren will be dying, and Jean will go to Ren trying to save him as his teammate, you know, and he's just helping him, but he looks around, he can't help everyone. And panic, there's not enough of us, there's not enough power, and here's where we'll pay off what we've been building to slowly. Jean will unlock his semblance evolution. He will extend his aura to everyone, he'll make a big aura bubble to keep people alive and protected, and it will still continue to help heal Ren, and it lets the others go nuts on the Grimm. That includes the Happy Huntresses too, by the way, who I think have gone through with the other survivors, or are coming very soon. Another big key to this is they won't have Ren die where, you know, Nora can't see him, unless they do that finding him in the afterlife thing, which is a great idea, but I don't think it works here really. You'd really want Nora to be there for the thing. It'd be nice if Jean couldn't save Ren, had to save everyone else, but he couldn't save him. But I think this will instead be Jean's hero moment, and the party and others will get saved by the Summer Maiden appearing conveniently at the end. So it's a mix of everyone going nuts with their semblances, Jean unlocking his evolution to protect everyone, and also they get a convenient rescue as well. I think we'll get a brief scene of everyone waking up where they landed, the people who fell. I don't think it'll be the end credits though, but I think there will be an end credit scene. I think it's going to be Salem reforming herself up out of the rubble of destroyed Atlas. So, we'll wrap it all up in summary. Ready? Crow beats Harriet and doesn't kill her, but Vime comes to his senses and holds her, sacrificing himself as Crow aims the bomb and the ship at Atlas Academy. Marrow will put a stop to Watts, messing with things and escaping on a ship himself. Elm will see Viner's decision and do the same thing, blowing up the last of the escape ships and stopping Watts from getting away, trapping them both as they both go down with Atlas and they die on impact. Winter will beat Ironwood and leave him broken, only to escape through the portal. Ironwood is dead anyway because the thing is falling, but he will ultimately actually die to the bomb as it hits Atlas and filters down through to the vault, courtesy of Crow. In the central location, I think Team RWBY, Nora, Penny, Cinder, and Neo will all fall. And the staff. Jean and Winter will end up going through to Vacuo. In Vacuo, Ran will take a life-threatening injury and be dying. Jean will appear to save him just like he saved Weiss, but facing the same scenario that they can't save everyone. He will unlock his semblance evolution, allowing his aura to extend to everyone. allowing protection for the people and boosting up the other fighters around. That includes the Happy Huntresses, Oscar, Winter, and Emerald to fight the Grim. But despite all their efforts, when it seems most dire and they're done for, and Jean's aura runs out, they will be saved by a convenient arrival of the Summer Maiden, as well as Team Sun and maybe Team Coffee. Pietro and Maria will be picked up by ship. Whether it be two ships kept separate, or they combine just into one ship to travel together, either way, Crow, Robin, Maria, Pietro, and Mara will start flying to Vacuo. Yes, Robin and Crow will end up on a literal ship. And I actually do predict perhaps a kiss on the cheek from Robin to indicate it's a thing as they fly off into the horizon. The people who fell will wake up to see where they are now, and end credits, Salem will pick herself back out of the rubble of Atlas again. That leaves this as your final situation. What do you all think? This isn't exactly what I would choose to have happen, but it's what I think was kind of likely. Almost all the Aesops sacrificed themselves and come around to do the right thing in the end, except the extra bad one, and the one we all really like got away. Crow does kill Ironwood, but just in a second-hand way, as Robin gets to help them literally take down Atlas, so that's her thing as well. Watts gets crushed under the weight of his revenge, literally, as Atlas crushes him to the ground, along with Elm. Winter does her duty and saves the people inside the portal room, meaning she has to let Weiss and the others fight to do the greater good as she goes through the portal. We get a fake-out death for Ren, but he is saved by Jean, who saves not only him, but the day, paying off his slow build to his evolution after his talk with Vine that time. The ending in Vacuo is that the Summer Maiden cameos in to save them from the storm, as well as the other teams come in to help, that being at least Team Sun and maybe Team Coffee as well to assist in the fighting as the Maiden helps clear everything up. Nora gets to find out who she is alone, or at least apart from Ren as she travels with the team, but they will come back together at some point in the future once she's learned her own lessons and we can continue that. Cinder will have to learn to work with the Team RWBY and everyone else, as well as Neo, and put aside everything they've learned, because Cinder has now learned the value of teamwork, because they'll all have to find a way to escape. And I'm pretty sure that will be the staff, but that's not in these predictions, so more just a side idea. And finally, after the credits, we will be reminded that Salem is indeed immortal as she picks herself back out of the rubble and realizes she has a long walk home. Probably actually flying, but it's funnier to picture her walking across the ice forever. Thank you very much for watching. This has been my prediction. You might be able to tell that my voice has changed. I wanted to add on to the end of this. I made this whole video and it was finished, and I looked at the end scoreboard and I thought, this is bad, because, you know, everyone gets saved, everything conveniently works out, and, you know, it all just happened to work, and no good guys really died, you know. Some people that sort of came around died, but no one really serious dies. And that is a criticism that this show has received a lot. I thought about re-recording this whole video, but I don't have time. Honestly, it's counting down to when I'd have to release this video now. And I thought about going in and trying to edit it and chop it up and add in bits, but you can tell, like, my voice changes and things change. So I'm leaving this video in full, that was my predictions. That is what I think they're going to do on a logic level, but it's also me being almost cynical. Well, it's not almost cynical, it is me being cynical. It's me not having faith that basically my brain churned out, these are a series of events they can do to try and make it satisfying and without killing anybody. So what I think is only fair, I'm going to leave those up as a predictions, but I'm going to do an addendum at the end to say what I feel like should happen. We'll call it, those were the picks with the head, this is the pick with the heart, and it all centers around Ren. Everything. The whole Ren section. What I feel like should happen, and what I think they can do, and what I think they might do. I don't know how to phrase it. I want to be wrong with my previous, I want to be wrong about what I just said, and right about my first theory ever, and have a lot of faith. So, screw it, I'm officially changing what I just told you all. You all got the whole gist of it, you saw the whole thing, I didn't waste your time, I'm just changing 2 details. I think Nora will not fall with the others, because that team is too big, and if we're going to do bonding and stuff with, especially if it's like Cinder and Neo, Team RWBY haven't been on their own as Team RWBY in a long time, and I think it would be really good for them. And Nora was on duty to help everyone escape no matter what. That's what Jean said, that's what she agreed to. Let's say, instead, she follows through with it and she goes through the portal to help. So, in Vacuo, on the other side, they go through to help and Ren dies. I was discussing how he could die though, because I think Neo should fall because all the stuff with Ruby. I think Cinder should fall because of so much stuff with her. So, those two coming through the portal and killing him doesn't make a lot of sense. And yeah, there's tons of Grim here, but when have our heroes ever fallen to Grim? Like, you might say that's a good thing to make the Grim more scary and how overwhelmed they are, and I agree, but I don't know if our audience is gonna feel unsatisfied with that conclusion. Like, it's not even a boss Grim, it's just mob Grim. So, if he's gonna die, he has to die to either a character, a boss, or some, like, extreme circumstance, like I guess like there's like a crazy mob, but those are picking people up and carrying them away. That's no way to kill Ren. As you can see, this is why I struggle to, like, justify why I would change and say Ren's gonna die. Giving that kill to Cinder might work, because then she's taken out half of Juniper, and I did say a long time ago that could be really good to make Cinder actually sort of Juniper's villain in the end, because you feel like it sort of should be Jean that gets justice, and especially if he takes out more of his team. But for the sake of not changing everything, and what I still think logically will happen to everyone else, it's either Cinder goes out there and gets him for some reason, but she'd also want to be surviving, right? And then who's going to fight her? The other maiden shows up. It gets really messy. So, what I'll say instead is Ren does die to either a crazy Grim that we haven't seen before that comes up like a boss in the situation they're in, or he gets swarmed by a gigantic amount of Grim, and Nora sees it. We can't do that. He just, even without Aura, gets carried away, and she just has to watch him disappear, because then it'll always be, did he really die? Didn't see a body. You can see how conflicted I am. I don't know if going against my original prediction of Ren dying feels like losing faith in myself. Everything is saying that I should trust my instincts and stick to Ren dies. I can't in good faith claim that I was correct if at the last second I changed my prediction. So here's what I'm gonna do. Final prediction. That Nora will go with Jean, she will go to Vacuo, and Ren will die there to something where they can talk to each other, or some way he can die on screen and we can see it. And they'll get saved, but it'll be the ironic, you know, you got saved but a moment too late, and there's nothing you can do. It's cleaner for Team RWBY in the fall. Then Jean and, you know, her, like, the only sort of person left on their team is there to comfort her and get her through things together. Oscar is there, you know, and we can do a thing where Ozpin seeing a student die. It is nicer overall for plot and everything if it works out that way. So I don't have a solid way to kill Ren, but I think he's gonna die. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna die. I feel it. I don't have the answer as to how. I don't think Cinder or Neo's gonna kill him, but I think he's gonna die. And if he's gonna die, Nora has to be there, so Nora's going through the portal, and everything else wraps up. So it's not as snappy, you can tell this isn't scripted, but these are my predictions now. This is what I think. So, with me sounding indecisive, and me probably sounding like I am non-committal, I guess, but me being fair, and you guys hearing everything I have to say, this is the final score tally. It's a lot cleaner. It will help Team RWBY. It will help Nora. It will change things and make that Vacuo section much more compelling if we, you know, go with Nora to go through this journey. If there's something that emotional on both sides, the RWBY side and the Nora side, the Vacuo side and the Wonderland side. So for storytelling, and for plot, and for faith in myself, that's what I'm saying. So, with that long-winded explanation out of the way, this time, for real, my name is Rigger. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope I did alright.